Hey, welcome back again, guys, to another video, the marketing principles. This one is covering something really important because there's something that you have to expect from every single customer is objections. Better you are overturning these objections, the higher your chances are of proceeding to the next part of your presentation or your 5 steps, right? So this part is called overturning objections. There's 2 ways mainly to overturn objections. There are 2 types of objections. There is the premature or emotional objections that you usually get without the customer having enough information or enough of a reason to say no. And then there's the second part, which is more of a logical objection. You're giving them enough, and maybe for some reason they're not ready to make that decision right then and there for whatever reason that might be. So I'm going to go over the 2 ways to overturn these objections. The first one is called AIR, right? Then the acronym AIR is ARR, which is acknowledge, ignore, and resume, right? Because remember, I said premature objection or emotional objection. So they're not speaking from a place of, okay, I know exactly what I'm saying no to yet. They're just saying no because maybe they don't have the time. They don't even know why you're there. Blah, blah, blah. The list goes on for whatever reason, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to acknowledge that by saying I completely understand. Remember, I never want to be in opposition to the consumer. I always want to be on the same side as them. So I always say things like I agree, I understand before I even go into anything, right? So I understand. And I am going to proceed to ignore. I know sometimes it comes off aggressive when we say ignore, but it's not like okay, I'm just not going to say anything type of ignore. But I'm going to ignore the fact that they just said maybe I'm not interested or I'm really busy or whatever it is. And I'm going to resume and go back to exactly what I was talking about. So someone says, I understand you're not interested. I'm like, oh, of course, I do understand. The reason I'm here, though, is because of your neighbors, this, that, whatever, depending on what client I'm talking about. I'm like, I understand. So they know I'm within reason. And I'm like, the reason I'm here is, and then I resume right back to what I was saying anyway. So make sure you use that. And I know the first time that I use this overturn, I'm like, ignore, like that's going to come off weird. And then I used it and it worked. I'm like, ooh, well, that's a gold mine, right? And I started using it consistently, right? So that's a big one. And then later objections, which is more educated objections now, is when I use feel, felt, found, right? So this is when a customer says something, I say I understand how you feel, which is the feel part. Remember, once again, I'm never in opposition to the customers. So I always agree. I understand how you feel. Then I proceed to let them know that others have felt the same way, right? No one wants to be the first one. No one wants to be the last. People always want to know. It's like, just think about this, right? If you were running late to a meeting and then you saw someone else that was running late as well, weirdly, you kind of feel a little bit better. Not better that you missed, that you're running late to the meeting, but better because you're not the only one, right? And that's exactly how customers feel if they have like a bad experience or something before. I'm like, I understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way. But what they found out is with us, and then I proceed to let them know what the solution to that particular problem is, right? So someone's like, yeah, I just really need to speak with my wife before I make this decision. Of course, happy wife, happy life. So I understand how you feel, right? The last lady I was talking to, Miss Nancy, she actually said the same exact thing. But what I was able to do for her is I let her know, like, she'll have more than enough time to run everything by her husband. And we were actually able to throw in a promotional gift card for her. And that made the decision easier for her. So I'm sure that's the same for you as well. And then I proceed right back, right? That's the way you use your overturns. And you want to be very, very confident with it. And the biggest thing about overturning objection is the resume. I have to resume. I can't just overturn an objection and just stay there and make it weird and awkward. And then they don't know what to do and I don't know what to do. So I want to make sure I resume right back to my pitch. So there's no inkling of me not being confident in what I'm talking about. Cool. Make sure you use these, and I will definitely get you, especially from your short story, be ready to use that AIR. And then when it comes to your presentation to close, be ready to use that feel, felt, found as well. And if you use those, you definitely see your numbers start to increase for the better. Cool. I'll see you in the next video.